Speed update. A big December update for Rocket League. Information announced in yesterday's 2016 Game Awards, where they showed a video trailer of some of the new content that's coming. Alright, let's get to the update then. So there are about 10 or 11 new things that are coming to Rocket League. First of all, a new map called Starbase ARC. Fuck off. Starbase ARC. Now, immediately when I saw this, I knew it was a reference. I knew it was a reference to Psyonix's other old game, a mobile game called ARC Squadron. The trailer shown during the Game Awards was the Starbase ARC trailer. I recommend you check this out during your free time. The thing I hate about this trailer though is that the cars were clearly animated. It doesn't look like Rocket League physics. It's clearly animated and it doesn't look good. It looks janky as fuck. Venture to the far reaches of space and experience our free arena. If you couldn't tell from that trailer, that is actually just Octagon, just reskinned. So if you know, there was a Rocket Labs map that was called Octagon and it was like this. This is the map. And this map will be in competitive play. So one thing I want to say about the new map is the surroundings. I honestly feel like this is a direct ripoff of something. If you look at this, right? That reminds me so much of the movie Elysium. This kind of thing, you know, like a ring going around a planet or something. Actually, well, I mean, there's no planet. It's still a very similar concept. I'm not saying they ripped it off. I'm not saying that. I just think it's, you know, obviously very similar. The trailer also reveals a new car called Vulcan. Vulcan. Defend the universe with Vulcan. Okay, you don't have to be so freaking dramatic about it. It's just a car. It's just like every other car in Rocket League. We're not gonna defend the universe. What are you talking about? It is a premium DLC and will launch in December, like everything else in this update. I believe it costs $199. It seems that this car has its own wheels and perhaps a new boost on it as well. I'm not sure what that is. I feel like that's a new boost. I don't think we've seen that. Looks like some kind of rocket smoke. Next content in this update, the Champion Series 4 crate. This is so far the most ugly crate, I gotta say. I'm not a fan of the coloring. It's obviously gonna contain new animated decals, new exotic wheels, new black market surprises, it says here, and more. The crates are, of course, to support the esports scene of Rocket League. Here's some of the new items that you can see. Those wheels are very similar to Discotech, actually, but somehow they're even cooler, I don't know. But that's not the only thing that's new in this crate. There's also a new import battle card, the long-awaited Octane. It is called Octane ZSR, or ZSR. I don't know which should I say, Z or Z? Has the same hitbox, physics, and turning radii as the original Octane. Next up is a few sort of small things, but at the same time they're super interesting, and I feel like this is gonna add so much to the game. User-generated content. Now, first of all, there's Steam Workshop level support. This is great news for the modding community of Rocket League, because we will now be able to submit our own user-created content into the game and allow people to easily download it and play it. At this time, it seems that they're only allowing, like, maps and stuff, like, which means I guess there's no way to submit, like, skins and stuff, like new decals, which have been made by the users, which would be cool if they included that, but I don't think it's coming in. But the next thing, which is probably even more exciting, I think a lot of people are super excited for this, and it is the custom training sequences. Customize your training. Practice your aerial skills with a new oft-requested custom training editor feature. Search for your friends' creations and browse the top 50 sequences on your platform of choice. So as this GIF, this little GIF we have here, it pretty much... Fuck, I knocked some shit down while I was... I'm just waving my hands around while I'm doing all this voice acting. Fucking... I gotta calm down, guys. So as the GIF shows, you will be able to, like, place the ball where you want to, give it a trajectory, where it's gonna go, how much speed it has, and all that stuff. And you'll be able to practice these sequences that you've created. And you will also be able to check out other people's creations. you can like rate them or give them like, I don't know, there's some kind of rating system, I believe. This is awesome for me. This kind of reminds me of Little Big Planet, which is a game I used to spend a lot of time playing. It's kind of like that in a way, like you could rate levels and stuff. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of memes coming out of this for sure. They're like, the fucking top #1 sequence is probably gonna be some kind of glitchy shit or some shit. Like I can already predict that. It's not gonna be a legit training sequence. It's gonna be something weird or crazy. Moving on, I think we've already covered the most exciting things. The new arena, which I believe I already talked about, so we can skip that. But there's also 2 new things. There's Wasteland Night Map, and we're also getting a Utopia Coliseum Snowy Map, which is for the winter time, of course. And a few more small updates, free battle car updates. So the original X-Devil and Gizmo are getting redesigns, so they're gonna look nicer. I think in one video I talked about how I thought the X-Devil looked ugly, just because the quality of the design wasn't up to par with all their other car models, which I was complaining about. So I'm happy to see that they've actually improved them now. Then we have arena preferences. Now this is also a small thing, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be excited about it because it's something that's been requested in the community a lot. This allows you to select which maps you like and which ones you dislike. And how this will affect the game is that the ones you've liked are more likely to be picked when you play ranked, and the ones you've disliked are less likely to appear in your game. So if you don't want to play Aquadome for similar reasons as which would be that it completely kills my FPS, I can barely play that map. I need to always turn down my graphics to the lowest, and even then my FPS is pretty bad. So I will definitely be disliking Aquadome for that reason. I believe you only have a limited amount of likes and dislikes which you can pick, so choose wisely. I think I'm actually not gonna be disliking anything other than Aquadome, to be honest. And the last but not least, colorblind support. Now all you folks out there who have color blindness, you have been blessed, my friends, because now there will be a colorblind mode in the game, in the options menu, which hopefully will help you out. This is all that's been announced for this update. There has been some criticism thrown at this December update due to the fact that there was nothing about the Season 4. There was no mention of Season 4, when it was gonna start or anything, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. I feel like it's silly to say though that this update is disappointing just because they didn't mention Season 4 in any way. I feel like a lot of these things are really cool and nice to have in the game, so I'm definitely excited. I don't really care if they didn't talk about Season 4. Well, thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you find this useful. I am LINKURU, and follow me on other places, please. See ya, and peace! Twitter, Twitch, like, subscribe, bitch!